Converting a RAID logical volume to another RAID level. LVM supports RAID takeover, which means converting a RAID logical volume from one RAID level to another. For example, from RAID 5 to RAID 6. You can change the RAID level to increase or decrease resilience to device failures. Create a RAID logical volume. LV create hyphen type RAID 5 hyphen I3 hyphen capital L 500M hyphen LY underscore LV Y underscore V3. So create a RAID logical volume will be create hyphen type LV create hyphen type is RAID 5 type is RAID 5 hyphen I3 hyphen capital L 500M 500 MP is the size hyphen N name of the logical volume my underscore LV my LV RAID 5 volume group is my underscore VG. So it is created a logical volume my LV RAID 5 the size 500 M and number of stripes are with number of stripes 3. 3 stripes. View the RAID logical volume LVS hyphen hyphen plus devices comma SCG type. View the RAID logical volume LVS hyphen A hyphen O plus devices comma SCG type. LVS hyphen E hyphen O plus devices comma SCG type. Convert the RAID logical volume to another RAID level. So convert the RAID logical volume to another RAID level. LV convert hyphen type to RAID 6 my underscore VG my underscore LV underscore RAID 5. So LV convert it to RAID 6 convert my underscore VG slash my LV RAID 5. Are you sure you want to convert RAID 5 LV to RAID 6 type? Yes. So logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore RAID 5 successfully converted. So it is successfully converted. View the rate logical volume with the converted rate level. View the rate logical volume with the converted rate level. LVS-A-O plus devices from ICG type. LVS-A-O plus devices from ICG type. Rate 6. Now it is rate 6. Additional resources will be converted in LVM date man pages on your system. Converting a linear device to a rate logical volume. You can convert an existing linear logical volume to a rate logical volume. To perform this operation, use the -event type argument of the LV convert command. Rate logical volumes are composed of metadata and data subvolume pairs. When you convert a linear device to a RAID-1 array, it creates a new metadata subvolume and associates it with the original logical volume on one of the same physical volumes that the linear volume is on. The additional images are added in a metadata/data subvolume pair. If the metadata image that pairs with the original logical volume cannot be placed on the same physical volume, the LV convert fails. Converting a linear device to a RAID logical volume. We can convert an existing linear logical volume to a RAID logical volume. To perform this operation, use the -event type argument of the LV convert command. RAID logical volumes are composed of metadata and data subvolume pairs. When you convert a linear device to a RAID-1 array, it creates a new metadata subvolume and associates it with the original logical volume on one of the same physical device volumes that the linear volume is on. The additional images are added in a metadata or data subvolume pair. If the metadata image that pairs with the original logical volume cannot be placed on the same physical volume, the LV convert fails. View the logical volume device that needs to be converted. View the logical volume device that needs to be converted. LVS-A name, copy underscore percent, devices by underscore VG. LVS-A-O LVS-A-O name, copy underscore percent. Name, copy underscore percent, devices. Copy underscore percent, devices. My underscore VG. LVS-A-O name, copy underscore percent, devices. Copy underscore percent, devices. My underscore VG. My LV rate 0, my LV rate 5. Test-LV Convert the linear volume to a rate device. The following command converts a linear logical volume my underscore LV volume group underscore my underscore VG to a new two-way RAID 1 array. So convert the linear logical volume to a RAID device. Convert the linear logical volume. Convert the linear logical volume to a RAID device. The following command converts a linear volume logical volume my underscore LV in volume group my underscore VG to a two-way RAID 1 array. Two-way RAID 1 array. LV convert hyphen hyphen type is RAID 1 hyphen M is 1. Mirrors are 1 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. So are you sure you want to convert linear LV my underscore VG slash my underscore V to RAID 1 with two images enhancing resilience? Yes. Logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore V successfully converted. So LV convert hyphen hyphen type. Type is RAID 1. Number of mirrors are 1. My underscore VG convert to my underscore VG to my underscore VG my underscore LV underscore RAID 5 into RAID 1. Have my LV RAID 5, my LV RAID 0, my LV RAID 5. Convert hyphen hyphen type RAID 1 hyphen M1 slash my underscore VG slash my LV RAID 5. My LV RAID 5. Replaced LV type RAID 1 with possible type RAID 6 LS 6. Repeat this command with to RAID 1 after interim conversion has finished. No change in RAID LV my underscore VG slash my LV RAID file free reshape space. LV my VG my LV RAID does not have reshape space allocated. Reshape request failed on LV my VG my LV RAID 5. So I'm going to convert my VG's test type and LV. Are you sure you want to convert RAID 1 LV my VG test type and LV to two images enhancing resilience? Yes. So logical volume my VG test type and LV successfully converted. The successfully converted my VG test type and LV into RAID 1. So I have used this song my LV RAID 0 also. Ensure if the logical volume is converted to a RAID device. So logical volume my VG my LV RAID 0 successfully converted. Ensure if the logical value is converted to a rate device LVS-A-O. So linear logical volume LVS-A-O LVS-A-O name comma copy underscore percent name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. So LVS-A-O name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. Converting an LVM RAID 1 logical volume to an LVM linear logical volume. So converting an LVM RAID 1 logical volume to an LVM linear logical volume. You can convert an existing RAID 1 LVM logical volume to an LVM linear logical volume. To perform this operation, use the lvconvert command and specify the -o 0 argument. This removes all the RAID data subvolumes and all the RAID metadata subvolumes that make up the RAID array, leaving the top level RAID 1 image as a linear physical logical volume. So you can convert an existing RAID 1 LVM logical volume to an LVM linear logical volume. To perform this operation, use the lvconvert command and specify the -m0 argument. This removes all the RAID data subvolumes and all the RAID metadata subvolumes that make up the RAID array, leaving the top level RAID 1 image as the linear logical volume. Procedure: display an existing LVM RAID 1 logical volume. LVS-A-O name, copy underscore percent, devices space by underscore VG. So display an existing LVM RAID 1 logical volume. LVS-A-O name, copy underscore percent, devices name, copy underscore percent, devices space by underscore VG. So LVS-A-O name, copy underscore percent, devices space by underscore VG. Convert an existing RAID 1 LVM logical volume to an LVM linear logical volume. The following command converts the LVM RAID 1 logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV to an LVM linear device. So LV convert -m0 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LV convert -m0 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. Shall you test Integrity must be removed before converting rate to linear. So it is asking me to remove the integrity. I will try with other volumes. My LV rate 5. My LV. So this doesn't work for my LV rate 5. Let me check my LV rate 0. Okay, then I will remove the integrity on this device. My LV test LV. The integrity must be removed before converting rate to linear. So LV convert hyphen rate integrity n. My underscore VG slash test hyphen LV convert hyphen rate integrity is n. My underscore VG slash test hyphen LV. So logical volume my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV has removed integrity. Now convert LV convert hyphen M0 mirrors my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV. My underscore VG. Are you sure you want to convert rate 1? LV my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV to linear losing all resilience? Yes. So logical volume my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV successfully converted from rate to linear losing all resilience. When you convert an LVM rate 1 logical volume to an LVM linear logical volume, you can also specify which physical volumes to remove. In the following example, the LV convert command specifies that you want to remove slash save slash STE1, leaving slash save slash STF1 as the physical volume that makes up the linear device. When you convert an LVM RAID 1 logical volume to an LVM linear volume, you can also specify which physical volumes to remove. Which physical volumes to remove? In the following example, the LV convert command specifies that you want to remove slash save slash STE1, leaving slash save slash STF1 as the physical volume that makes up the linear device. LV convert hyphen M0 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV slash save slash STE1. So LV convert hyphen M0 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV slash save slash STE1. When you convert an LVM RAID 1 logical volume to an LVM linear logical volume, you can also specify which physical volumes to remove. In the following example, the LV convert command specifies that you want to remove /t/STE1, leaving /t/STF1 as the physical volume that makes up the linear device. LV convert -m my underscore vg slash my underscore v slash /t/STE1. Verify if the RAID 1 logical volume was converted to a linear LVM device. Verify if the RAID 1 logical volume was converted to an LVM linear device. LVS -hyphen name, copy underscore percent, devices, my underscore VG. So verify if the RAID 1 logical volume was converted to an LVM linear device. LVS hyphen A hyphen O. LVS hyphen A hyphen O name, copy underscore percent name, copy underscore percent, devices. Name, copy underscore percent, devices, my underscore VG. So these are the devices here. LVS hyphen name, copy underscore percent, devices, space my underscore VG. Additional resources LV convert man page on your system. Converting a mirrored LVM device to a RAID 1 logical volume. You can convert an existing mirrored LVM device with a segment type mirror to a RAID 1 LVM device. To perform this operation, use the LV convert command with the -hyphen type RAID 1 argument. This renames the mirror subvolumes named M image to RAID subvolumes named R image. So this renames the mirror subvolumes named M image to RAID subvolumes named R image. In addition, it also removes the mirror log and creates metadata subvolumes named R meta for the data subvolumes or the physical volumes as the corresponding data subvolumes. View the layout of a mirrored logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. So view the layout of a mirrored logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LVS hyphen O name, copy underscore percent, devices my underscore VG. LVS hyphen E hyphen O name, copy underscore percent, devices space my underscore VG. LVS hyphen O name, copy underscore percent, devices space my underscore VG. So these are the devices present. LV copy underscore percent space, devices. So my LB rates you as all these devices ST, STB, STC, STD, STA, STB, STC, STD. Rate 5 as all these devices A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E. Test hyphen LB, currently STA. Convert the mirrored logical volume my underscore LB slash my underscore LB to a RAID 1 logical volume. Convert the mirrored logical volume my underscore LB slash my underscore VG slash my underscore LB to a RAID 1 logical volume. LB convert type is RAID 1 my underscore VG slash my underscore LB. So LV convert hyphen type is raid1 my underscore VG my underscore LV. So it is test hyphen LV. Are you sure you want to convert linear LV my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV to raid1 type? Yes. Logical volume my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV successfully converted. Verification. Verify if the mirrored logical volume is converted to a RAID1 logical volume. LVS hyphen A hyphen O name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. Verify if the mirrored logical volume is converted to a RAID1 logical volume. LVS hyphen A hyphen O LVS hyphen A hyphen O LVS hyphen A hyphen O name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. Earlier it was only test hyphen LV. Now it is converted to a RAID logical volume. Test hyphen LV underscore R image underscore 0 R image underscore 1 R meta underscore 0 R meta underscore 1. Additional resources LV convert man page on your system. LV convert man page on your system. Changing the number of images in an existing RAID 1 device. You can change the number of images in an existing RAID 1 array similar to the way you can change the number of images in the implementation of LVM mirroring. When you add images to a RAID1 logical volume with the lvconvert command, you can perform the following operations. Specify the total number of images for the resulting device, how many images to add to the device, and can optionally specify on which physical volumes the new metadata slash data image pairs reside. Display the LVM device my underscore VG slash my underscore LV, which is a two-way RAID1 array. LVS hyphen hyphen name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. So when you add images to a RAID1 logical volume with the LV convert command, you can perform the following operations. Specify the total number of images for the resulting device, how many images to add to the device, and can optionally specify which physical volumes the new metadata or data image pairs reside. Display the LVM device my underscore VG slash my underscore LV, which is a two-way RAID1 array. LVS hyphen hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. LVS hyphen a hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. So test hyphen LV Metadata subvolumes named R meta. Metadata subvolumes named R meta always exist on the same physical devices as their data subvolume counterparts R image. The metadata data subvolume pairs will not be created on the same physical volumes as those from another metadata data subvolume pair in the RAID array unless you specify the hyphen alloc anywhere. Convert Convert the two-way RAID1 logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV to a three-way RAID1 logical volume LV convert hyphen M to my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. Convert the two-way RAID1 logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV to a three-way RAID1 logical volume LV convert hyphen M my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LV convert hyphen M space 2. Number of mirrors is 2. My underscore VG slash my underscore LV test hyphen LV. Are you sure you want to convert RAID1 LV my underscore VG slash my test underscore test hyphen LV to 3 images enhancing resilience? The 3 images enhancing resilience is so logical volume my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV successfully converted. The following are a few examples of changing the number of images in an existing RAID1 device. You can also specify which physical volumes to use while adding an image to RAID. The following command converts a two-way RAID1 logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV to a three-way RAID1 logical volume by specifying the physical volume slash 10 slash std1 to use for the array. So you can also specify which physical volumes to use while adding an image to RAID. The following command converts the two-way RAID1 logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV to a three-way RAID1 logical volume by specifying the physical volume slash save slash std to use for the array. LV convert hyphen M to my underscore VG slash my underscore LV slash save slash std1. So LV convert hyphen M to my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV slash save slash stf. Are you sure you want to convert RAID1 LV my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV to 3 images enhancing resilience? Yes. My underscore VG slash test hyphen LV already has image count of 3. Logical volume my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV successfully converted. Test hyphen LV successfully converted. Number of mirrors. So I added one extra here. So now it is using STF. Test hyphen LV underscore R meta underscore 3. It is added using STF. LV convert hyphen M3 my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV slash save slash STF. So convert the three-way RAID1 logical volume into a two-way RAID1 logical volume LV convert hyphen M my underscore VG slash my hyphen LV. So convert the three-way RAID1 logical volume into a two-way RAID1 logical volume LV convert hyphen M my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. So LV convert hyphen M1 my underscore vg slash test hyphen LV. Are you sure you want to convert trade one LV my underscore vg slash test hyphen LV to two images reducing resilience, yes. So logical or my underscore vg slash test hyphen LV successfully converted LVS hyphen no name comma copy underscore person comma devices my underscore VG. You can see now STF is removed. SDF is removed from test hyphen LV. Logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV successfully converted logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV successfully converted. Convert the three-way RAID 1 logical volume into a two-way RAID 1 logical volume by specifying the physical volume /save/st which contains the image to remove. Additionally, when you remove an image and its associated metadata volume, any higher numbered images will be shifted down to fill the slot. Any higher numbered images will be shifted down to fill the slot. Removing LB underscore R image underscore 1 from a three-way RAID 1 array that consists of LB underscore R image underscore 0, LB underscore R image underscore 1 and LB underscore R image underscore 2 results in a RAID 1 array that consists of LB underscore R image underscore 0 and LB underscore R image underscore 1. The subvolume results, the subvolume LB underscore R image underscore 2 will be renamed and taken over by the empty slot, becoming LB underscore R image underscore 1. So LB convert hyphen M1 my underscore VG test hyphen LV /save/stb. Are you sure you want to convert RAID 1 LV my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV to two images enhancing resilience? Yes. Warning my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV already has image count of 2. Logical volume my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV successfully converted. You can see I added SDF LVS hyphen name comma copy underscore person comma devices my underscore VG, and before this LV convert hyphen M2 my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV slash test slash STF. So view the RAID 1 device after changing the number of images in an existing RAID device. So let me use this LV convert hyphen M1. LV convert hyphen M1 my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV /STF. Are you sure you want to convert RAID 1 LVM underscore VG slash test type and LV to two images reducing resilience? Yes. Logical LVM underscore VG slash test type and LV successfully converted LVS hyphen no name comma copy underscore person comma devices my underscore VG. So now STF removed. The STF is removed. View the RAID 1 device after changing the number of images in an existing RAID 1 device. LVS hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. Additional resources LV convert man page on your system. Splitting of a RAID image as a separate logical volume. You can split off an image of a RAID logical volume to form a new logical volume. When you are removing a RAID image from an existing RAID 1 logical volume or removing a RAID data subvolume and its associated metadata subvolume from the middle of the device, any higher numbered images will be shifted down to fill the slot. The index numbers on the logical volumes that make up a RAID array will thus be an unbroken sequence of integers. The index numbers on the logical volumes that make up a RAID array will be thus. The splitting of a RAID image as a separate logical volume. You can split off an image to a RAID logical volume to form a new logical volume. When you are removing a RAID image from an existing RAID 1 logical volume or removing a RAID data subvolume and its associated metadata subvolume from the middle of the device, any higher numbered images will be shifted down to fill the slot. The index numbers on the logical volumes that make up a RAID array will thus be broken when unbroken an unbroken sequence of integers. You can split off a RAID image if the RAID 1 array is not yet in sync. You can split off a RAID image if the RAID 1 array is not yet in sync. Display the LVM device my underscore VG slash my underscore LV, which is a two-way RAID 1 array LVS hyphen name comma copy underscore percent comma devices split by VG. So display the LVM device LVS hyphen A hyphen O LVS hyphen A hyphen O name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. Split the RAID image into a separate logical volume. The following example splits a two-way RAID 1 logical volume my underscore LV into two linear logical volumes my underscore LV and new. LV convert hyphen split mirror space 1 hyphen and new my VG slash my underscore LV. Are you sure you want to split RAID 1 LV my underscore VG slash my underscore LV losing all resilience? Yes. The following example splits a three-way RAID 1 logical volume my underscore LV into a two-way RAID 1 logical volume. The following example splits a three-way RAID 1 logical volume I underscore LV into a two-way RAID 1 logical volume I underscore LV and a linear LV convert hyphen split mirror. LV convert hyphen hyphen split mirror space 1 hyphen n new my underscore VG test hyphen LV. Are you sure you want to split raid 1 LV my underscore VG slash test hyphen LV losing all presale and case? The following example splits a three-way raid 1 logical volume I underscore LV into a two-way raid 1 logical volume I underscore LV and a linear logical volume new. View the logical volume after a split of an image of a raid logical volume LVS-A-O. LVS-A-O name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. You can see now test type and LVS gets split into new. Splitting and merging a RAID image. You can temporarily split off an image of a RAID 1 array for read-only use while tracking any changes by using the hyphen track changes argument with the hyphen split mirrors argument of the LV convert command. Using this feature, you can merge the image into an array at a later time while resyncing only those portions of the array that have changed since the image was split. When you split off a RAID image with the hyphen track changes argument, you can specify which image to split, but you cannot change the name of the volume being split. In addition, the resulting volumes have the following constraints. The new volume is you create is read-only. You cannot resize the new volume. You cannot rename the remaining array. You cannot resize the remaining array. You can activate the new volume and the remaining array independently. You can merge an image that was split off. When you merge the image, only the portions of the array that have changed since the image was split are resynced. Create a RAID logical volume LV create hyphen type is RAID 1 hyphen M2 hyphen capital L1G hyphen N my underscore LV my underscore VG. Create a RAID logical volume. LV create type is RAID 1 type is RAID 1 hyphen M number of mirrors are 2 hyphen capital L the size is 1 GB hyphen N the name of the RAID logical volume is my LV RAID 1 my LV RAID 1 and the volume group is my underscore VG. So LV create hyphen type is RAID 1 hyphen M. The number of mirrors are 2 logic hyphen size capital L The size is 1 GB -n my underscore LB underscore 81 my underscore VG my underscore LB underscore 81. So the name of the logical volume is my underscore logical rate logical volume my underscore LB underscore 81, and the name of the volume group is my underscore VG. Option view the created rate logical volume, view the created rate logical volume. LVS hyphen a hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. Optional view the created rate logical volume. View the created rate logical volume LVS hyphen a hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. View the created rate logical volume. LVS hyphen a hyphen o LVS hyphen a hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. So I created my LV RAID 1. So the devices in my LV RAID 1 are STC, STD, STE, R image and R meta, R image and R meta, STC, SDD and STE. So view the created RAID logical volume LVS hyphen hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. Split an image from the created RAID logical volume and track the changes to the remaining array. So split an image from the created RAID logical volume and track the changes to the remaining array. LV convert hyphen hyphen split mirror space 1 hyphen hyphen track changes my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. So LV convert hyphen hyphen split mirrors. LV convert hyphen hyphen split mirrors. LV convert hyphen hyphen split mirrors 1. Hyphen hyphen track changes. LV convert hyphen hyphen split mirrors is 1 hyphen hyphen track changes my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 85 RAID 1. LV convert hyphen hyphen split mirrors 1 hyphen hyphen track changes my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore RAID 1. So my VG my LV RAID 1 R image to split from R image underscore to split from my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 81 for read only purposes. Use LV convert hyphen hyphen merge my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 81 underscore R image underscore 2 to merge back into the my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 81. Optional view the logical volume after splitting the image. View the logical volume after splitting the image. LVS hyphen a hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. LVS hyphen a hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore vg. So my LV RAID 5, sorry, my LV RAID 1, R image underscore 2 has been split now. It is not part of the RAID now. It has been split, actually it has been split. My LV RAID 1 has been split. View the logical volume after splitting the image. The image has been split. Merge the volume back into the array. So merge the volume back into the array. LV convert hyphen merge. My underscore vg slash my underscore LV underscore R image underscore 1. So LV convert hyphen merge. What is the name of the image that was split? My LV RAID 1 image R image 2. LV convert hyphen merge. LV convert hyphen merge. My underscore VG. My VG slash the image. So I'm typing the name. My LV RAID 1. My LV RAID 1 R image underscore 2. LV convert hyphen merge. LV convert hyphen merge. My underscore VG slash my LV R image underscore 1. Merge the volume back into the array. So merge the volume back into the array. LV convert hyphen merge. My underscore VG slash my LV RAID 1 R image underscore 2. My VG my LV RAID 1 R image underscore 2 successfully merged back into my VG my LV RAID 1. View the verification. View the merged logical volume. LVS hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space by underscore VG. View the merged logical volume. LVS hyphen o name name comma copy underscore percent comma devices by underscore VG. My LV RAID 1 Now my LV raid 1 R image underscore 2 is merged into the raid array. So LVS hyphen a hyphen name comma copy underscore person comma devices space my underscore VG. Additional resources LV convert man page on your system. Setting the RAID fault policy to allocate. We can set the RAID underscore fault underscore policy field to the allocate parameter in the etc lvm lvm.conf file. With this preference, the system attempts to replace the failed device with a spare device from the volume group. If there is no spare device, the system log includes this information. Setting the RAID fault policy to allocate. You can set the RAID fault policy to field to the allocate parameter in the /etc/lvm/lvm.conf file. With this preference, the system attempts to replace the failed device with a spare device from the volume group. If there is no spare device, the system log includes this information. So you can set the RAID fault policy field to the allocate parameter in the etc lvm.conf file. With this preference, the system attempts to replace the failed device with a spare device from the volume group. If there is no spare device, the system log includes this information. Setting the RAID fault policy to allocate. You can set the RAID fault policy field to the allocate parameter in the etc lvm.conf file. With this preference, the system attempts to replace the failed device with a spare device from the volume group. If there is no spare device, the system log includes this information. View the RAID logical volume. LVS-A-O name, copy underscore percent, devices space my underscore VG. View the RAID logical volume. LVS-A-O. LVS LVS-A-O name, copy underscore percent. LVS-A-O name, copy underscore percent, devices space my underscore VG. So in the my volume group, logical volume name, copy and percentage sync devices. My LV RAID 0, my LV RAID 1, my LV RAID 5, new test type and LV. View the RAID logical volume if the /save/device. View the RAID logical volume if the /save/stp device fails. View the RAID logical volume if the /save/stp device fails. LVS-all options. Name, copy underscore percent, devices space my underscore VG. LVS all options. LVS all options. Name, copy underscore percent, devices my underscore VG. LVS hyphen hyphen all hyphen hyphen options name comma copy underscore person comma devices spacement underscore VG slash save slash STP open failed node such device or address. So I will disable slash save slash STP in the devices I'm slash save slash STP is being used. I will disable slash save slash STP HDC. We can also view the system log for the error messages if the slash save slash STP device fails. Set the RAID fault policy field to allocate in the LVM.conf file. Set the RAID fault policy field to allocate vim slash etc slash LVM vim slash etc slash LVM slash LVM.conf file. RAID fault policy is equal to allocate RAID fault policy set it to allocate. So set the RAID fault policy to allocate. RAID fault policy so RAID fault policy is set to allocate. If you set the RAID fault policy to allocate but there are no spare devices, the allocation fails, leaving the logical volume as it is. If the allocation fails, you can fix and replace the failed device by using the lv convert repair command. For more information, see replacing a failed device in the logical volume. etc lvm.conf pipe grep hyphen I RAID fault policy. Verify if the failed device is now replaced with a new device from the volume group. So one device should fail. Trade fault policy is equal to allocate. So if any device fails, then verify if the failed device is now replaced with a new device from the volume group. LVS hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. So automatically the failed device is replaced with a new device from the volume group. Note that the failed device is now replaced. The display still indicates that LVM could not find the failed device because the device is not yet removed from the volume group. You can remove the failed device from the volume group by executing the VG reduce hyphen remove missing my underscore VG command. So even though the failed device is now replaced, the display still indicates that the LVM could not find the failed device. Because the device is not yet removed from the volume group. You can remove the failed device from the volume group by executing the VG reduce hyphen remove missing my underscore VG command. Additional resources lvm.com man page on your system. Setting the rate fault policy to 1. Setting the rate fault policy to 1. You can set the rate fault policy field to 1 parameter in the lvm.conf file. Rate fault policy field to the 1 parameter in the LVM.conf file. With this preference, the system adds a warning to the system log that indicates a failed device. Based on the warning, you can determine the further steps. By default, the value of the rate fault policy field is 1 in LVM.conf. The value of the rate fault policy field is 1 in LVM.conf. View the RAID logical volume LVS hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. By default, the value of the RAID fault policy field is 1 in lvm.conf. View the RAID logical volume LVS hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. LVS hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. Set the RAID fault policy field to 1 in the lvm.conf file. Set the RAID fault policy field to 1 in the lvm.conf file. vi im etc lvm.conf file. So set the RAID fault policy field to 1. So I will comment the allocate. I will comment this line and I will uncomment the line. RAID fault policy is equal to 1. So set the RAID fault policy field to 1 in the lvm.conf file. View the system log to display error messages. View the system log to display error messages in the if the /a/stp fails. View the system log to display error messages if the /a/stp device fails. Grep LVM /var log messages. So it displayed it is displaying error messages, grep LVM where log messages. So grep for LVM in the where log messages file. View the system log to display error messages if the //stp device fails. So if any device fails, it will display messages like this. Word 506 kernel st rejecting input or output to offline device. Word 506 kernel colon input or output error save/stb. LV convert hyphen repair my underscore VG slash LV underscore LV to replace failed device. If the /save/stb device fails, the system log displays error messages. In this case, however, LVM will not automatically attempt to repair the right device by replacing one of the images. Instead, if the device has failed, you can replace the device with the hyphen repair argument of the LV convert command. For more information, see replacing a failed device in a logical volume. Additional resources lvm.conf man page on the system. Replacing a working rate device. You can replace a working rate device in a logical volume by using the hyphen replace argument of the LV convert command. Warning: in the case of RAID device failure, the following commands do not work. Prerequisites: the RAID device has not failed. Create a RAID1 array. LV create type RAID1 M2 capital L1G N my underscore LV my underscore VG logical volume my underscore LV created. So the RAID device has not failed. That is the prerequisites. Create a RAID1 array. LV create type is RAID1 M2 capital L1G N LV my underscore VG. LV create type is RAID1 M is 2 mirrors are 2 capital L1G N my underscore LV my underscore LV underscore RAID1 underscore 1 underscore 2 my underscore VG volume group is my underscore VG. So LV create type is RAID1 M is 2 capital L1G N my underscore LV underscore RAID1 underscore 2 my underscore VG. So this is RAID 1 underscore A my underscore VG. So logical volume my LV RAID1 A created. Examine the created RAID1 array LVS -o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. LVS -a -o examine the created RAID1 array LVS -a -o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices my underscore VG. So my LV RAID1 underscore A is I have created this RAID array RAID 1 array, LVS hyphen hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG, LVS hyphen hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. Examine the array created. RAID 1 array. Replace the RAID device with any of the following methods depending on your requirements. Replace the RAID device with any of the following methods. Replace the RAID device with any of the following methods depending on your requirements. So what does it have? Or what are the devices under RAID 1 underscore my LV RAID 1A, SDF, SDG, SDH, so FGH and CDE, FGH only, FGH, FGH. So these are the devices under my LV RAID 1A. Replace the RAID device with any of the following methods depending on your requirements. Replace the RAID 1 device by specifying the physical volume that you want to replace. LV convert hyphen hyphen replace slash save slash HTTP2 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. So replace the RAID 1 device by specifying the physical volume that you want to replace. So I want to replace slash save slash HTTP2 here. So here I will replace slash save slash STG LV convert hyphen hyphen replace. LV convert hyphen hyphen replace slash save slash STG replace slash save slash STG my underscore VG slash my LV RAID 1 underscore A. LV convert hyphen hyphen replace slash save slash STG in my LV my VG my LV RAID 1 A. Replace the RAID 1 device by specifying the physical volume to use for the replacement. So marking it for replacement STG. So STG removed STF STI HTH now. It's automatically getting replaced IDH F FIDH FIH FIH FIH. It is automatically getting replaced. LV convert hyphen hyphen replace LV convert hyphen hyphen replace slash save slash STP1 slash save slash STG my underscore LV slash my LV RAID 1 underscore A with slash save slash SDF my underscore VG. So it's already replaced actually. STG already replaced. So logical only my VG my LV RAID 1A does not contain devices specified to replace. So STG already replaced by FGIH. FIH. It's already replaced actually. ETC LVM LVM.conf type grep hyphen I raid fault policy. Raid fault policy is one, so it will not allocate. So to replace multiple RAID devices at a time by specifying multiple replace arguments. LV convert hyphen hyphen replace slash save slash STB1 hyphen hyphen replace slash save slash STC1 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. So I'll directly try the replace command. LV convert hyphen hyphen replace slash save slash STI STF hyphen hyphen replace slash save slash STI my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore raid1 underscore A. So it is, I think, replaced LVS hyphen A hyphen O name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. So it is in RAID 1 my LB RAID 1A F and I replaced by D and J. F and I replaced by D and J. F and I replaced by D and J. So replace multiple devices at a time by specifying multiple replace arguments. Verification. Examine the RAID 1 array after specifying the physical volume that you want to replace. So examine the RAID 1 array after specifying the physical volume that you want to replace. LVS hyphen hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. Examine the RAID 1 array after specifying the physical volume to use for the replacement. LVS hyphen hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. Examine the RAID 1 array after replacing multiple RAID devices at a time. LVS hyphen hyphen o name comma copy underscore percent comma devices space my underscore VG. Additional resources LV convert man page on your system. Replacing a failed RAID device in a logical volume. RAID is not similar to traditional LVM mirroring. In case of LVM mirroring, remove the failed devices. Otherwise, the mirrored logical volume would hang while RAID arrays continue running with failed devices. For RAID levels other than RAID 1, removing a RAID would mean converting to a lower RAID level. For example, from RAID 6 to RAID 5 or from RAID 4 or RAID 5 to RAID 0. Instead of removing a failed device and allocating a replacement, with LVM you can replace a failed device that serves as a physical volume in a RAID logical volume by using the hyphen hyphen repair argument of the LV convert command. Prerequisites. The volume group includes a physical volume that provides enough free capacity to replace the failed device. If no physical volume with enough free extents is available on the volume group, add a new sufficiently large physical volume by using the VG extend utility. View the RAID logical volume LVS -all options LVS -all options name copy underscore percent devices my underscore VG. View the RAID logical volume after the /save/HTC device fails. LVS -all options name copy underscore percent devices space my underscore VG /save/HTC open failed, no such devices or address. Couldn't find device with UUID. Warning, couldn't find all devices for LV my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore R image underscore one while checking used and assumed devices. Replace the failed device LV convert repair my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. The /save/HTC open failed, no such device or address. Warning, couldn't find all devices for LV my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore R image underscore one while checking used and assumed devices. Attempt to replace failed RAID images requires full device resync. Yes. Faulty device in my underscore VG slash my underscore LV successfully replaced. Optional manually specify the physical volume that replaces the failed device. LV convert repair my underscore VG slash my underscore LV replacement underscore PV. So manually specify the physical volume that replaces the failed device. LV convert repair LV convert repair my underscore VG my underscore LV underscore raid one underscore A replacement /save/HT A. Attempt to replace failed RAID images requires full device resync. Yes. My underscore VG slash my LV RAID 1 IA does not contain devices specified to replace faulty devices in my VG. My LV RAID 1 IA successfully replaced. Examine the logical volume with replacement LVS all options name copy underscore percent devices space my underscore VG. So /save/ST is a physical volume. LVS all options name copy underscore percent devices by underscore VG. Until you remove the failed device from the volume group. LVM utilities still indicate that LVM cannot find the failed device. Until you remove the failed device from the volume group. LVM utilities still indicate that LVM cannot find the failed device. Remove the failed device from the volume group. VG reduce remove missing my underscore VG. So VG reduce Remove missing space my underscore VG. Volume group my underscore VG is already consistent. Remove the failed device from the volume group. VG reduce hyphen remove missing space my underscore VG. View the available physical volumes after removing the failed device. View the available physical volumes after removing the failed device. PV scan. So view the available physical volumes after removing the failed device. PV scan. Examine the logical volume after replacing the failed device. Examine the logical volume after replacing the failed device. LVS all options name copy underscore percent devices space my underscore VG. Additional resources LV convert and VG reduce math pages on your system. Check data coherency in a RAID logical volume. LVM provides scrubbing support for RAID logical volumes. RAID scrubbing is the process of reading all the data and parity blocks in an array and checking to see whether they are coherent. The LV change sync action repair command initiates a background synchronization action on the array. Procedure optional control the rate at which a RAID logical volume is initialized by setting any one of the following options. Max recovery rate in square bracket small b, capital B, small s, capital S, small K, small m, capital M, small g, capital G sets the maximum recovery rate for a RAID logical volume so that it will not expel nominal input or output operations. Min recovery rate square bracket small b, capital B, small s, capital S, small K, small m, capital M, small g, capital G sets the minimum recovery rate for a RAID logical volume to ensure that input or output, say for sync operations, achieves a minimum throughput even when heavy nominal input or output is present. LV change max recovery rate for K my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. Logical volume underscore my underscore VG slash my underscore LV change. Replace 4K with the recovery rate value, which is an amount per second for each device in the array. If you provide no suffix, the options assumes KB per second per device. So LV change max recovery rate 4K my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 8 underscore A. So logical volume my underscore VG slash my LV rate 1 underscore A changed. Replace 4K with the recovery rate value, which is an amount per second for each device in the array. If you provide no suffix, the options assume KIB per second per device. Replace 4K with the recovery rate value, which is an amount per second for each device in the array. If you provide no suffix, the options assume KIB per second per device. LV change sync action repair my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LV change sync action LV change sync action repair LV change sync action repair my underscore VG my underscore LV rate 1 underscore A. LV change sync action repair my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 81 underscore A. Replace 4K with the recovery rate value, which is an amount per second for each device in the array. If you provide no suffix, the options assume KB byte per second per device. LV Change hyphen sync action repair my VG slash my LV. When you perform a rate scrubbing operation, the background input or output required by the sync actions can crowd out other input or output LVM devices such as updates to volume group metadata. This might cause the other LVM operations to slow down. Note you can also use this maximum and minimum input or output rate while creating a RAID device. For example, LV create type RAID 0, RAID 10 hyphen I 2 hyphen M1 hyphen capital L 10G hyphen max recovery rate 128 hyphen N my underscore V LV my underscore VG. Creates a two-way RAID 10 array my underscore LV which is in the volume group my underscore VG with three stripes that is 10G in size with a maximum recovery rate of 128 kb per second per device. Display the number of discrepancies in the array without repairing them. So LV create hyphen type. Type is RAID 10. Type is RAID 10 hyphen I 2 hyphen M hyphen M1 hyphen capital L 10G hyphen max recovery rate. Max recovery rate 128 hyphen N my underscore LV underscore rate 10 my underscore LV underscore rate 10 my underscore VG size is 10G. Okay, I'll give a size of 1G. LV create hyphen type is rate 10. Insufficient free space 512024 extents needed but only 4070 available. LV create hyphen type is rate 10 hyphen I2 hyphen M1 hyphen capital L1G hyphen max recovery rate 128 hyphen in my underscore LV underscore rate 10 my underscore VG using default stripe size 64 KB logical only my underscore LV underscore rate 10 created. So creates a two-way RAID 10 array my underscore LV which is in the volume group my underscore VG with three stripes that is 10G in size with a maximum recovery rate of 128 kb per second per device. Display the number of discrepancies in the array without repairing them. Display the number of discrepancies in the array without repairing them. LV change hyphen sync action check my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. This command initiates a background synchronization action on the array. Display the number of discrepancies in the array without repairing them. Just display the discrepancies. LV change hyphen sync action. Check my underscore VG slash my underscore LV change. LV change hyphen sync action. Check my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore rate 10. The command initiates a background synchronization action on the LV change hyphen sync action. Check my underscore BG slash my underscore LV underscore 810. Similarly, we'll check for raid 1 underscore A. So my VG, my LV raid 1 underscore A state is currently repair, unable to switch to check. So my VG, my LV raid 10 state is currently resync, unable to switch to check. Optional view the varlog syslog file for the kernel messages. View the varlog syslog file for the kernel messages. Correct the discrepancies in the array. View the varlog syslog file. Varlog syslog file for the kernel messages. Get varlog syslog. Varlog. There is no varlog syslog file. It is varlog anaconda syslog file varlog anaconda syslog cat varlog anaconda syslog. This command repairs or replaces failed devices in a RAID array. Correct the discrepancies in the array LV change hyphen sync action repair my underscore BG slash my underscore LV. So LV change hyphen sync action LV change repair my underscore BG my underscore LV underscore raid 1 underscore A. This command repairs or replaces failed devices in a RAID logical volume. You can view the varlog syslog file for the kernel messages after executing this command. Display information about the scrubbing operation. LVS-O plus raid underscore sync, comma, raid underscore sync underscore action, comma, raid underscore mismatch underscore count space, my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. So display input information about the scrubbing operation. LVS-O, LVS-O plus raid underscore sync plus raid underscore sync LVS-O plus raid underscore sync Rate underscore sync underscore action. LVS hyphen O plus rate underscore sync underscore action, comma, rate underscore mismatch. Rate underscore mismatch underscore count. Rate underscore mismatch underscore count my underscore VG my underscore LV underscore rate 1 underscore A. LVS hyphen O plus rate underscore sync underscore action, comma, rate underscore mismatch underscore count space my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore rate 1 underscore A. Display information about the scrubbing operation. So it is increasing copy percentage sync. Display information about the scrubbing operation. LV change and LVM rate map pages on your system. Minimum and maximum input or output rate options. Input or output operations on a RAID 1 logical volume. You can control the input or output operations for a device in a RAID 1 logical volume by using the -write mostly and -write behind parameters of the LV change command. The following is the format for using these parameters. Square bracket write mostly physical volume square bracket colon braces T or Y or N marks a device in a RAID 1 logical volume as write mostly and avoids all read actions to these drives unless necessary. Setting this parameter keeps the number of input or output operations to the drive to a minimum. Use the LV change write mostly slash save slash stb my underscore vg slash my underscore LV command to set this parameter. You can set the write mostly attribute in the following ways: hyphen colon y. By default, the value of the write mostly attribute is S for the specified physical volume in the logical volume. Colon N to remove the write mostly flag. Append colon N to the physical volume. Colon T to toggle the value of the write mostly attribute. Specify the write mostly argument. You can use this argument more than one time in a single command. For example, LV change write mostly slash save slash std1 colon n write mostly slash save slash stb1 colon t write mostly slash save slash stc1 colon y my underscore vt slash my underscore lv. With this, it is possible to toggle the write mostly attributes for all the physical volumes in a logical volume at once. Write behind the IO count specifies the maximum number of pending writes marked as write mostly. These are the number of write operations applicable to devices in a RAID 1 logical volume. After the value of this parameter exceeds all write actions to the constituent devices complete synchronously before the RAID array notifies for completion of all write actions. You can set this parameter by using the LV change write behind unread my underscore vg slash my underscore LV command. Setting the write mostly attributes value to 0 clears the preference. With this setting, the system chooses the value arbitrarily. Reshaping a RAID volume. RAID reshaping means changing attributes of a RAID logical volume without changing the RAID level. Some attributes that you can change include RAID layout, Stripe size and number of stripes. Reshaping a rate volume. Rate reshaping means changing attributes of a rate logical volume without changing the rate level. Some attributes that you can change include rate layout, stripe size, and the number of stripes. Create a rate logical volume. LV create hyphen type is rate 5 hyphen I to hyphen capital L 500 M hyphen N my underscore LV my underscore VG. LV create hyphen type rate 5 type is rate 5 hyphen I 2 hyphen I is 2 hyphen capital L 500 M hyphen N my underscore LV my underscore LV underscore rate 5 underscore A my underscore VG. So create a rate logical volume LV create hyphen type is rate 5 hyphen I 2 hyphen capital L 500 M hyphen N by underscore LV by underscore VG using default stripe size 64 KB rounding 500 MIB 125 extends up to size stripe size boundary of 504 MIB 126 extends logical volume by underscore LV created. So using default stripe size 64 KB rounding size 500 MIB 125 extends up to stripe boundary size 504 MIB 126 extends logical volume by underscore LV underscore 85 underscore A created. View the rate logical volume LVS hyphen A hyphen O plus devices. View the rate logical volume LVS hyphen A hyphen O plus devices. So my underscore LV underscore 8 5 underscore A. So this one my underscore LV underscore 8 5 underscore A. My underscore LV underscore 8 5 underscore A. These are the devices STA, SDE, SDN, SDA, SDE, SDN. These are the devices. View the stripes, images, and stripe size of the rate logical volume. View the stripes, images, and stripe size of the rate logical volume. LVS hyphen O stripes, my underscore VG, my underscore LV. So LVS hyphen O stripes, LVS hyphen O LVS hyphen O stripes, my underscore VG, my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore rate 5 underscore A. So number of stripes are 3 here actually. LVS hyphen O stripes my underscore VG. One for metadata. LVS hyphen O stripes my underscore VG my underscore LV underscore 85 underscore A. LVS hyphen O stripe size my underscore VG my underscore slash my underscore LV. LVS hyphen O stripe size my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore right underscore A. Stripe size is 64K, 64K kilobyte, 64 kilobyte. Modify the attributes of the trade logical volume by using the following ways depending on your requirement. Modify the stripes images of the rate logical volume. Modify the stripes images of the rate logical volume. LV convert hyphen stripes 3 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. Modify the stripes images of the rate logical volume. LV convert hyphen stripes is 3 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. Modify the attributes of the rate logical volume by using the following ways depending on your requirement. Modify the stripes images of the rate logical volume. LV convert hyphen stripes is 3 my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LV convert hyphen stripes is 3. LV convert hyphen stripes is 3 my underscore VG my underscore LV underscore 85 underscore A. So run LV adding stripes to active logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore right underscore I will grow it from 126 to 189 extents. Run LV resize hyphen L126 I underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 8 underscore 8 to shrink it or use additional capacity. Are you sure you want to add one images to rate 5? LV my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 8 underscore A. Logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 8 underscore A. Successfully converted. Modify the stripe size of the rate logical volume. Modify the stripe size of the rate logical volume. LV convert hyphen stripe size 128K my underscore VG slash my underscore L. Modify the stripe size of the rate logical volume. So LV convert hyphen stripe size is 128K my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LV convert hyphen stripe size hyphen stripe size is 128K my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 85 underscore A. LV convert hyphen stripe size. Stripe size is 128K my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LV convert hyphen stripe size is 128K. LV convert hyphen stripe size is 128K my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore rate underscore A. So stripe size is 128K my underscore VG slash my underscore. Modify the stripe size VG slash my underscore LB underscore rate by underscore A. Are you sure you want to convert rate by LB my underscore VG slash my underscore LB underscore rate by underscore A? Yes. Logical only my underscore. So converting stripes is 64 KB to rate by LB my underscore VG my underscore LB underscore rate by underscore 828 KB. Logical only my underscore VG slash my underscore LB underscore 8 underscore is successfully converted. Modify the max recovery rate and min recovery rate attributes. LV change icon max recovery rate 4M my underscore VG slash my underscore LB. LV change icon min recovery rate 1M my underscore VG slash my underscore LB. Modify the max recovery rate and min recovery rate. LV change icon max recovery rate 4M my underscore VG slash my underscore LB. Logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LB change. LV change icon min recovery rate 1M my underscore VG slash my underscore LB. Modify the max recovery rate and min recovery rate. LV change icon max recovery rate. LV change icon max recovery rate 4M my underscore VG slash my underscore logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 8 underscore A change. LV change icon min recovery rate 1M my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LV change icon min recovery rate 1M my underscore VG slash my underscore LB underscore right by underscore A. Logical only my underscore VG slash my underscore LB underscore right by underscore A changed. Modify the sync action attribute. LV change icon sync action check my underscore VG slash my underscore LB. Modify the sync action modify the sync action attribute. LV change icon sync action check my underscore VG slash my underscore LB. Modify the sync action attribute. LV change icon sync action. LV change icon sync action check my underscore VG my underscore LV underscore right by underscore A. So LV change icon sync action check. Modify the sync action attribute check my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore 8 underscore A. Modify the right mostly and right behind attributes. LV change right mostly slash save slash HTB my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. So what are the devices in my LV right by A? So I'll change it for STN slash save slash STN or STE. LV change right mostly slash save slash STE my underscore vg slash my underscore lv underscore 85 underscore a. So command on LV uses options that require LV types RAID 1. So this is only for RAID 1. They say says so RAID 1 underscore A. So LV change hyphen rightmost click slash // st my underscore vg slash my LV RAID 1 A. LV change hyphen right behind. LV change hyphen right behind 100 my underscore vg slash my underscore LV underscore RAID 1 underscore A. Logical volume my VG my LV RAID 1 underscore A changed right behind. So it doesn't work with RAID 5, only with RAID 1. View the stripes images and stripe size of the RAID logical volume. LVS hyphen A hyphen O stripes my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LVS hyphen O stripe size my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. View the stripes images and stripe size of the RAID logical volume. LVS hyphen O stripes. LVS hyphen O stripes my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore RAID 5 underscore A. So number of stripes in my LV RAID 5 A is 4. LVS hyphen O stripe size. Stripe size my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore RAID 5 underscore A. Stripe size is 128K. LVS hyphen O stripe size my underscore VG slash my underscore LV underscore RAID 5 underscore A. Stripe size is 128K. View the RAID logical volume after modifying the max recovery rate attribute. View the RAID logical volume. View the RAID logical volume after modifying the max recovery rate attribute. RAID logical volume after modifying the max recovery rate attribute LVS hyphen O plus RAID underscore max underscore recovery underscore rate. View the RAID logical volume after modifying the max recovery rate attribute. So LVS hyphen O. LVS hyphen O plus RAID underscore RAID underscore max RAID underscore max underscore recovery underscore rate. LVS hyphen O plus RAID underscore max underscore recovery underscore rate. View the RAID logical volume after modifying the max recovery rate attribute. LVS hyphen O plus RAID underscore max underscore recovery underscore rate. View the RAID logical volume after modifying the min recovery rate attribute. View the RAID logical volume after modifying the min recovery rate attribute. LVS hyphen O plus RAID underscore min underscore recovery underscore rate. LVS hyphen O plus RAID underscore min recovery underscore rate. View the rate logical volume after modifying the minimum recovery rate attribute. View the rate logical volume after modifying the sync action attribute. View the rate logical volume after modifying the sync action attribute LVS-A. LVS-A. Changing the region size on a rate logical volume. When you create a rate logical volume, the rate region size parameter from the etc LVM LVM.conf file represents the region size for the rate logical volume. After you created a rate logical volume, you can change the region size of the volume. This parameter defines the granularity to keep track of the dirty or clean state. Changing the region size on a rate logical volume. When you create a rate logical volume, the rate region size parameter from the etc lvm.conf file represents the region size for the rate logical volume. After you created a rate logical volume, you can change the region size of the volume. This parameter defines the granularity to keep track of the dirty or clean state. Dirty bits in the bitmap define the work set to synchronize after a dirty shutdown of a RAID logical volume. For example, a system failure. If you set RAID region size to a higher value, it reduces the size of bitmap as well as the congestion, but it impacts the write operation during resynchronizing the region because writes to RAID are postponed until synchronizing the region finishes. Create a RAID logical volume LV create hyphen type RAID 1 hyphen M1 hyphen capital and 10G test. So create a RAID logical volume LV create hyphen type is RAID 1. Type is RAID 1 hyphen M number of mirrors 1 hyphen capital L 10G giving 1G here hyphen capital L 1G and test is the name of the RAID logical volume. Test underscore RAID 1 underscore A. So LV create hyphen type is RAID 1 hyphen M is 1 hyphen capital L 1G hyphen name of the RAID 1 logical volume test 1 underscore RAID 1 underscore EMI underscore VG. In the document it is not mentioned properly the command. So view the RAID logical volume LVS hyphen O plus devices comma region underscore size. LVS hyphen A hyphen O plus devices comma region underscore size. So test 1 RAID 1 it's here test 1 RAID 1. So Fi, Fd, Fi, Fi are the two devices used here. RAID 1 mirroring. View the RAID logical volume. The region column indicates the RAID region size parameters value. The region column so region is the last one. The region column indicates the RAID region size parameters value. RAID region size parameters value. Optional view the RAID region size parameters value. Cat etc.lvm.conf. Cat etc.lvm.conf 5 grep RAID region size. Cat etc.lvm.conf 5 grep -I RAID region size. So RAID region size it is 2048, but it is commented right now. Change the region size of a RAID logical volume LB convert hyphen capital R 4096K my underscore VG slash my underscore LB. So change the region size of a RAID logical volume LV convert hyphen capital R 4096K changing to 4096K my underscore VG my underscore kilobytes my underscore test underscore 81 underscore A. So do you really want to change the region size to MIB of my underscore VG slash test underscore 81 underscore this is the default value here to 4 MIB. Yes. Change region size on LB my underscore VG slash test underscore 81 underscore A to 4 MIB. Synchronize the RAID logical volume. LV change hyphen hyphen resync my underscore VG slash my underscore LV. LV change hyphen hyphen resync. LV change hyphen hyphen resync my underscore VG slash test underscore 81 underscore A. LV change hyphen hyphen resync my underscore VG slash test underscore 81 underscore A. Do you really want to deactivate logical volume my underscore VG slash my underscore LV to resync it? Do you really want to deactivate logical volume my underscore VG slash test underscore RAID 1 underscore A to resync it? Yes. View the RAID logical volume LVS hyphen hyphen plus devices comma region underscore size. Views the RAID logical volume LVS hyphen A hyphen O LVS hyphen A hyphen O. View the RAID logical volume plus devices comma region underscore size LVS hyphen A hyphen O plus devices comma region underscore size. The region column indicates a changed value of the RAID region size. The region column indicates a changed value. So the region column indicates the changed value of the rate region size. View the rate region size parameters value in the lvm.conf file. cat slash etc slash lvm slash lvm.conf pipe grep rate region size slash etc slash lvm slash lvm dot conf pipe grep hyphen I rate region size. So it is still not changed actually. So it is commented actually here. Shall we convert man page on your system?